Alrighty, guys, good afternoon to you all here. A happy August 3rd, 2025 here, this lovely Sunday, first Sunday of the month, and we have got a wild start to the month of August here. Three potential tropical systems now, changing from two overnight to now three this afternoon here. It's kind of why I waited to make this video. We will more than likely get the name Dexter with a tropical system off the east coast just north of Bermuda. That will be a fish storm. We now have a new area to watch just off the coast of North Carolina that could actually be a problem going towards the east coast and northeast later on at the end of next week, and our major other area to watch in the central and southern Atlantic Ocean that we're watching potentially for maybe even another I wouldn't say landfall, but more of a steering toward the United States towards the end of next week. So it is about to get super, super wild. We're going to have lots of live streams coming up here, lots of videos coming up here for you guys over the next couple of weeks here. It is just going to be, it's August. We are here with hurricane season, so I expect it to get pretty wild here. So stay tuned for all the latest updates. As always, we'll keep you guys updated. I'll have videos out every day. I'll have live streams every day. Tonight's live stream will be after 8 p.m. Central Time, and then we'll get on. We'll talk about it. I might be able to get in a brief live stream for you guys here this afternoon. If I'm able to, I can, but we'll have our main live stream later on tonight, and we'll be doing this every day, all day long for the next couple of weeks here as we get y'all ready to go here for what could be a pretty active 3-month hurricane season, I should say, here, what's left of it. Other than that, let's talk about what's going on here this morning. We've got some severe weather to talk about today as well. Here you can see this is our first area that we are watching how the National Hurricane Center has just upgraded this to a 70% chance of developing here in the next 2 days. We will more than likely will get the name Dexter as this system will develop very quickly here and progress northeastward. You can see how it's kind of expanded since last night, or since yesterday's video here. Good thing is this is going to go out to sea. It's not going to go anywhere toward the United States. So I posted a video earlier this morning talking about being mindful of what you guys see on the internet, what you see with people posting stuff. If they're not agreed or they look like they know what they're talking about, don't believe it. This is going to be going out to sea. This is not going in toward the United States. We got another area little here of convection that we're also watching here this morning here. This is not expected to be anything. This is just some general thunderstorms and activity. We're still watching it just in case something were to happen. But other than that, that's what we've got going on convection-wise this morning here. Once again, this will more than likely be named Dexter before the day is over with, if not by tomorrow morning here. But let's talk about what's getting ready to happen, guys. We have got a wild ride here over the next couple of days, and you can see the National Hurricane Center is busy. We can see, once again, a 70% chance of Dexter being named here, that blob I was just talking about. This is new. This is what we were watching yesterday, a little area of low pressure system that could develop once again off the southeast North Carolina coastline here, and this has got the potential here. Some of the models do have an inland development here, so we're going to have to watch this one very closely here, potentially for some impacts toward the northeast or east coast here going toward the end of the week. That's a very small chance of developing right now. It's only got a 20% chance, but GFS model likes it. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen some robust model runs over the last couple of hours here, or at least since yesterday, with some of our European and GFS ensembles showing some type of development with this. We're also watching another system back down here into the southwestern portions of the Atlantic here, or southeastern portions of the Atlantic. Most of the models have this going toward the United States, but also curling out east here. So basically, in a nutshell, guys, if you are not prepared for hurricane season, you need to be prepared here because it's going to get wild here over the next couple of months here. We're going to be talking about this, monitoring this. Right now, no, United States impacts over the next 7 to 10 days, but that could change. So we're going to be watching this very closely here. As you guys can see, just a lot of activity ongoing here. Like I said, we can see our tropical system here, what will more than likely be a tropical depression by later on tonight, if not named Tropical Storm Dexter by tomorrow morning. So we'll keep you guys updated with that there. Once again, be very mindful what you guys see social media wise, because there's a lot of stuff going on with just in general social media where people are posting false information, fear mongering, all that stuff. So we'll keep you guys updated with that as always here. Let's talk about the severe weather episodes that we're going to see today here. We've got severe weather today going through the next couple of days, going into next week. It's going to be busy watching the tropics. It's going to be busy watching severe weather. So I expect this to be a very busy week for weather in just general here for much of the United States, as well as off in the tropics here. We'll talk about what we've got going on here for today. We've got 2 areas to watch severe weather wise. We are going to be talking about that marginal risk here for portions of western Idaho getting back here into eastern portions of Oregon here. We've also got a marginal risk from South Dakota back down here into portions of the Texas area, getting into southern portions of Colorado, southwestern portions of Kansas and Oklahoma panhandle here as well. We had a couple tornado warnings last night, some damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour and some large hail last night that happened across northern Texas, southern portions of Colorado, and northern and western Nebraska yesterday as well. Same areas will apply again today. And you guys can see here we will have both level 1 and level 2 risks here for for severe weather with all modes possible here. And I'm going to go ahead and throw up that new graphic that I'm working on here with you guys here. We'll be showing this each day. Here's our severe risk analysis for today. It's August 3rd, 2025. You can see the SPC map there on the right side of your screen, what I was just showing you. Bottom left or bottom right over there showing the description of what SPC is looking at for today. Really talking more large to very large hail today. The damaging wind threat will also be there, and then we'll have an occasional isolated tornado throw. So SPC's outlook today is marginal and slight risk. Our watch probabilities for today, I have a low risk for a tornado watch today happening. More than likely going to be seeing another severe thunderstorm watch today. They're in that level 2 moderate risk category there for just a chance of there being a watch. So that's just my probabilities that I give to you guys in terms of what we're going to be seeing there for the watch potential. We can see the severe weather threats there as well. Tornadoes are in a low to medium risk for today. We've got the damaging wind threat at medium. We've got the large hail threat at medium today. If they do, were to change that, I might bump that up to a high. We'll see what happens there. At least a moderate risk for larger hail. And then the flooding threat will also be at marginal risk to slight risk category. So a pretty mediocre day for severe weather today. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. We'll keep you guys updated on that as always. And I'll show you guys where that 2% tornado risk is at today, and it's for southeastern portions of Colorado, getting into western portions of Kansas here, getting into western panhandle of Oklahoma, getting into northwest Texas, including Lubbock, Amarillo, and eastern New Mexico. Wind threat today at 15 and 5% for all regions for wind up to 60 to 70 miles per hour, and we're looking at the hatched hail threat today from southeast Colorado, western portions of Kansas, back down through western Oklahoma, and into portions of northwestern Texas panhandle here for hail over 2 inches in diameter, and everybody outside of that there that is not hatched will see that hail threat up to 1 to 2 inches in diameter. We get to tomorrow's risk, and we do have another marginal risk again for tomorrow here. You can see Montana back down into the central plains again. A lesser active day overall tomorrow. I don't expect too much for tomorrow's risk. We do have a less than 2% tornado risk, but not 0. Wind threat at 5 and hail threat at 5. And then we get to the Tuesday outlook here. I almost said Monday. Tuesday outlook. We have another marginal risk for severe weather we're watching here as well from Montana back down into the central plains here. Could see some wind, hail, and maybe an isolated tornado. And then looking through the day 4 through 8 outlook here, I don't expect too much as of right now. We're watching for a more organized severe weather setup that could happen towards Saturday and Sunday of next weekend here. We'll keep you guys updated on that. There more than likely will be severe weather, as I mentioned, each day going forward. Marginal risk days, maybe some slight risk days. We'll keep you guys updated on that. Here's a rough overview of what's going to happen today. Showers and thunderstorms moving through Oklahoma here this morning. Those will be dissipating later on this afternoon here. That will be pretty much, I think, already almost done and over with there. We'll see some supercells and some thunderstorms popping up over top of our high pressure that's developing over in the four corners here, giving us some pop-up cells, some wind, some hail. Our main event really doesn't quite get going yet until later on this afternoon, and there is a capping inversion. So the reason why you're not seeing supercells or storms initiating on the future models is because there's a very strong capping inversion. That's a temperature inversion aloft in the atmosphere that keeps storms from initiating due to a warmer upper air atmospheric conditions here, just kind of keeping things at stable here. So, or not stable, but keeping things at bay, I should say. You want to see a less capped environment with those temperatures meeting where your dew points are at to really get more explosive thunderstorm convection. So we're still going to be watching this today. The idea that there will be storms that break that cap, so that's the reason why you're not seeing storms in here. So once again, the threat is there. If storms do fire off, hail, wind, and an isolated tornado threat will be possible through about 3-4 o'clock Central Time this afternoon, all the way to about midnight. So we'll keep you guys updated with that. And if anything changes, we'll see possibly some storms initiating, maybe even as far as southern Oklahoma, northern Texas through the overnight hours tonight. So we'll talk about all this tonight around the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock live stream. We'll be covering this tonight for you guys if anything's happening, as well as talking about the tropics as always. And then through the rest of the evening here, we could see some showers and some thunderstorms, and then we'll do it all over again tomorrow, seeing some more potential isolated cells out there. Now, let's talk about the global pattern, because we got a lot going on here, guys. We're going to be seeing a lot going on here through much of this next week here. We're going to see a pretty big severe weather corridor that could open up going towards the late half of next week. We're going to be watching multiple systems off the east coast here for the tropics. I think the tropics are going to be a very concerning thing to watch here. The water temperatures are very warm. Shear and Saharan dust is a lot less limited over here. So we'll be seeing the chance for a more organized system here. And what's really going to happen troughing wise here is we're going to have a couple lows that are going to eject across the central and northern plains going through Tuesday and Wednesday. These will all have the chance for producing some marginal to low and medium severe weather chances. A more organized severe weather risk comes in on Friday and Saturdays. We see some more shear with more organized troughing up here towards the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin. We'll be keeping you guys updated with that there. But I want you guys to see on the right side of your screen here, the GFS really grabbing onto what could be a tropical depression or tropical storm late toward the end of next week here. We'll look at all the other ensembles and the European runs on the stream later on tonight. I just don't have a lot of time to show that stuff to you guys, but wanting to show you guys there is a chance that this does develop. And if this does develop, it's going to be very close to the coastline here meaning we could see this shift further toward the north here. We could see something in the northeast corridor here. If you're in the northeast on the east coast, you need to be watching this week, as well as potentially for rip current issues, as well as maybe even a tropical system developing here. So this isn't going to be a full-fledged hurricane. It's not going to be any of that right now. We're going to keep you guys updated. If anything changes, the odds go up. We'll keep you guys updated on that. That's why that 10%, 20% just came out this afternoon here, is because we are watching for the potential for a low that could develop here. You got to watch those frontal systems that come off the east coast. They can spin up lows, therefore allowing for a tropical system to development. So we'll be watching that there. And then you'll see at the end of the run here as well, that kind of skirting across the northeast. That's a little far as out. We're talking, 7 to 8 days at that point. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. You can really start to see after this weekend here, though, after we get towards the end of next week, a little bit more uncertainty with our pattern, but a huge high pressure dominating the west coast here, allowing for a cooler temperature trend. Once again, seeing some significant troughing up here in the Michigan area, up toward the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, the Northeast. Maybe some low and severe weather going toward the end into the following week, into the second week of August. We'll keep you guys updated with that, but this will also bring in some cooler temps once again, as ridging will set up back into the west coast there. And then after that, things get a little bit more uncertain on what's going to happen, maybe some more tropical systems, etc., all that. So what I'm getting at, guys, is it's going to get wild this week. It's going to get wild the next week. We are in August. I expected this to happen. We'll keep you guys updated on the latest on all that here. Here's just a rough estimate of the showers and the thunderstorms. You can see what would become potentially Dexter moving off the east there by tomorrow and into Wednesday and Thursday, getting into way out into the Atlantic Ocean. That storm's not going to be an issue. But then we watch this little frontal system that's going to come off here off the east coast on Thursday here, and you can start to see that low spin up, and that's what I'm concerned about going toward the later half of the weekend here, towards Friday and Saturday. We could be looking at a tropical depression or tropical storm potentially in the future here. We'll see how the models and the ensembles handle it over the next couple of days, but the GFS really liking the idea of a close tropical storm just hugging the east coast, northeast through next weekend there. We'll, like I said, see what happens there. Severe weather will be happening up into the Ohio Valley, potentially in the northern plains, as well as in the Midwest there. So a pretty good week, guys, like I said, to watch out for. We'll keep you guys updated with that, all the latest, all the information with that there. Like I said, we'll have a live stream later on tonight. It's not time to fearmonger. It's not time to get scared or anything like that. Just be weather aware, be prepared, knowing that we are in that time of the year where things are going to get busy. So we'll have all those updates out to you guys. As always, I appreciate y'all for watching. Stay safe, stay weather aware, and we'll see you guys in the next one.